first and foremost, you've had the most insanely incredible journey, and I want to dive into that. But let's start with the other day and, the moment that made the entire world come to tears. So you end up getting the call to the major leagues after over a decade in the minors. And what was that moment like when you did you get called in to your manager's office, or how did it go before the phone call that we all saw with your mom?
So yeah, before the phone call, I was in the locker room getting ready for a game. We were facing big staff that night against Reno, and so I always get my mind right. I always try to take a little nap, and so our manager, he's waking us up, and hey, we got a meeting, and so I'm like, oh man, here goes another meeting. So I sit on my chair, and he goes, guys, after 11 hard minor league seasons, Wynton Bernard's going to the show, boys. And everybody just erupted. I mean, I was going crazy. I was beating my chest. I was in the air. I started crying. I was picking guys up. They said I blacked out. They told me later, they're like, you were doing all kinds of stuff. I mean, I was so genuinely excited, and just tears were just flowing. It was pretty cool. And like I said, the whole locker room, guys were crying for me. They were so proud of me. It was an amazing moment, man.
So you went from sleeping to the greatest moment of your life.
Exactly, literally. That's why I felt like it was still a dream. I was like, this is part of my dream right now.
No way, man. That's so cool. So before you even go in to get the logistics of everything, you immediately go outside, and that's when the phone call happened?
So about at least, 5 or 10 minutes later, because all my teammates were, giving me a little bit of love. And Chris Forbes, he's basically assistant GM, like our director of player development, what have you. He told me, he's like, go call your mom right now, like before you figure everything out about the flight. And so that's when I went outside and got to talk to her.
Did you know people were recording that video, that conversation?
You know what? Brandon Gold, he walked outside, and I could see him like out of the corner of my eye. And I was like, he's got to be recording this. But, also locked into what me and my mom were doing. So it was special, man.
It was special, and it might even be a little more. I think it made everybody cry, but I watched it no less than 20 times, and I'd be lying if I didn't cry any more than 18 times. There was maybe 2 times in there that it didn't bring me to tears. But dude, I can't say enough how happy I am for you. To be part of the journey with you is something that you and I will both forever remember. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we'd get bored in the outfield and start singing to each other, and to see that moment happen for you. How long have you been dreaming of that moment? The moment of calling your mom. I mean, that was a dream.
It was definitely a dream, man. I mean, just to know like all the hard work she's put in for me, and she's just so happy for me. She's such a good mother. Obviously, I wish my father was here to experience it too. But, giving her that phone call and all those emotions that finally happened, I've been thinking about this, forever. I mean, not to mention since I was a little kid, but, since the day I was drafted, my goal was to make it to the major leagues, and it finally happened. And to share that moment with my mom, those emotions were super, super strong. It's hard for me to watch the video now. I cry every time too. So I start watching it. I'm like, man, this is, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is. I told literally yesterday, I told my girlfriend to watch the video, and just hearing it, I started crying. I was like, turn it off, watch it later. I can't do this all over again. Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.